These guys were on a road trip in the desert while filming the beautiful beach with their GoPro. When one of the guys drops the camera though, it captures a strange looking figure.
Some say they can see a boy in long black trousers. What can you see?
This video was recorded by DK Karen, a young girl from Indonesia who loves traveling and exploring. Today she seemed to be traveling to an old house in the region, which is supposed to be haunted, and it acts as a form of museum of the occult. Apparently it was even used as a filming location for an Indonesian horror film in the past. Being interested in the mysterious side of things, Karen traveled to this house with 2 of her friends to record a little bit and to capture the spirit of this creepy location. Many people are sure that they captured something really scary this day, and while they were touring the upper floor, nobody else was in the house. They were absolutely certain about that. However, when filming the location from the outside, there seemed to be somebody on the upper floor, although nobody should have been in the building.
Perasaan ada foto si ibunya deh.
Ada.
Di dalam kan?
Di dalam ada.
Ada yang tahu rumah ini? Rumah pengabdi setan. Nih pengabdinya.
Of course we don't know if that's true, but what makes this whole incident even more creepy is the way this person up there is staring at our camera woman, and then just floats back into the dark room. It is a pale figure, and I can't see it taking any steps. It's literally hovering back. The friends didn't notice anybody on the second floor at that time. It looks like it will always stay a mystery. The following was captured by a man who found these recordings on his home surveillance camera, which he has placed in the living room. He had to do this since loud bangs were waking him up lately. They were always stemming from the living room area. However, never did he notice anything when checking. He uploaded this video to Reddit and stated, "Can anyone confirm this is real? Captured this on Blink camera." Something weird is moving on the left side of the screen. Could it be the reason for his nightly disturbance? Some say it could just be a bug or maybe spider webs. but the majority of people is actually not sure. What do you think? While this girl and her cousin were staying home alone, some strange poltergeist activity started to occur in the old house. Was it a ghost?
Y ella ya tiene miedo.
Bro, basta.
Decí qué pasó, bro. Se cortó. Bueno, digo yo. Y ahora, bueno, ahora tiene miedo la nena. Yo ya estoy acostumbrado y quiero grabar. Ay.
Maybe it was just wind at that point, right? But it gets a little bit crazier.
Ay, estoy temblando. ¿Viste? ¿Viste?
No, basta.
Se movió la
Basta, te dije que basta. Basta, bro, en serio, no me gusta.
Ay, ¿qué?
Papá, que fue Maki.
¿Cómo que fue Maki, la concha de tu madre? Se movió eso.
They both are clearly startled at this point, but they don't really know what to do.
Llamala. ¡Maki!
No, vos no grité, están durmiendo.
¡Maki!
No grité. Anda a buscarla.
How would you handle this situation? Well, I don't think any help was coming, but there clearly seemed to be some paranormal forces going on.
The following video was sent by Antonio. It was apparently recorded by a young man who was jogging one day when he heard some really odd noises behind him. He also states that shortly after, something seemed to be running after him, which scared him quite a bit. These parts of the local woods are apparently home to a local legend, which speaks of an evil entity or spirit that for whatever reason can be seen here, based on several reports. He speaks of a little boy that he saw there that was walking around in the woods. As he documents the situation further, for safety, he notices a weird mannequin in the distance.
5 segundos, y le hablo y me contesta. Entonces yo creo que le pasó algo. Entonces voy a ir a checar. Niño, ¿estás bien? Oye, niño. Ay, güey. Güey, es un maniquí, güey. Güey, la neta estoy bien asustado ya, güey. Porque aunque yo vengo a correr aquí todos los días, la neta es que ya había escuchado historias de que ya dentro del bosque pasaban cosas, pero como nunca me había pasado nada a mí, la neta yo me sentía como que todo estaba... Ay, tranquilízate. Ay, güey. No, güey. A ver, yo no quiero creer en estas cosas. Y tú no te pudiste haber movido. Entonces te voy a grabar hasta que te muevas, ¿va? Y no te vas a mover. Padre, no sé qué estás siendo santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino.
As he takes a better look at that mannequin, a dark apparition pops up right behind it, and it scares him so much that he makes it out of these woods as fast as he can. He states that he has no idea what exactly transpired that day, but that he had nightmares for a long time after this. Understandable. Two friends apparently saw a blurry shape on the sidewalk in this clip. What is your explanation for it?
Cagado, yo también. No, que sí se ve.
¿Qué es esa verga, loco? ¿Ves esa madre,
verga,
idiota?
no mames, evita
Atrás
la
del
verga,
póster,
güey.
pendejo, atrás del póster, idiota. ¿Sí ves, güey?
Sí.
A la verga, no mames. Vete a la verga, pendejo de mierda. Verga, estúpido.
The following clip was forwarded by Mordem X, and he tells me that it was recorded during a family gathering in South America. The aunt of the two little boys was recording them at the time, as they were playing around with a tricycle. Nothing weird happened that day, nothing that was really noticed at least. However, when the woman was checking the video later with her husband, they found something really strange popping up in the mirror. The woman stated that nobody was standing behind her and that everybody else was sitting at the table at the time. So how do we explain this head popping up? Was it something paranormal? Maybe a deceased family member?
This clip was sent by Gregor, and it is assumed that it was captured some time ago in France. Some kids are hanging out together in the woods and come across an odd figure in the tree. While getting the campfire going, one of the guys realizes that an odd thing is close by their campsite. He closes in on it. The footage is really grainy, but I've read that some people find it looks like a witch of some sorts. Then they throw a piece of burning paper to get rid of whatever is watching them. It is certainly a face. Also, have you noticed the claws of this creature? Very odd.
The following video was sent by John M, and he tells me that it was recorded by a security camera outside a home in the United States. It was said that the house had several false motion alarms during the past several nights, and nothing was really ever captured on there before. However, this night was different. Something was showing up on the video material this time. It looks like a person with possibly a hood on of some sort, but what's really strange is that the person seems to be disappearing into thin air. Are we looking at just a camera glitch here, or is there more going on than that? It is odd that the motion alarms were triggered the nights prior though, right? Who knows? The next video was sent by El Mundo, and he told me that it aired on national television. Apparently a man has captured something really creepy in front of his home. After he was hearing some weeping noises, or at least something that sounded like that, he stepped outside of his home. The following shadow sighting made him quite a bit uneasy, to be honest. In the end, it looks as if that shadow thing is just beginning to run before the video ends. Really odd, whatever we are looking at here. The next video we are looking at was shared by Rick, and it was recorded in the home of a man who was living there with his wife. His security system is mounted at the entrance door to monitor the entrance area. He was receiving a parcel today, and the motion sensor triggered this recording. We can see his wife sitting in the back on the couch. What's really unsettling though is that somebody else seemed to be sitting right next to her. Some people say that they can see a really creepy woman. But how is that possible? Both of them are really scared after seeing that. I mean, who wouldn't be? This video was captured by two friends who were on their way to another friend, who based on their statements was living in a rural area outside of town. After hearing some unexplained screams in the distance, one of them pulled out his phone to record what was going on, and indeed he seemed to have captured a really odd creature in the distance.
Wait a second. I think I see a...
Someone?
I thought I seen a big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is it a buck?
What is that?
Dude, that's...
Some people speculate that this is another sighting of the ray creature, which is said to be home to these areas. Could that be so? It's really hard to say what exactly was captured that day. Or should I say night? If it wasn't just a setup by a friend or so, maybe we are looking at something mysterious here. The following is an update of the bone-chilling dogman encounter that has surfaced last week. The same man kept finding this creature in the woods right in front of his house, and yet again he could pull out his phone and record this weird creature, which, as stated before, seems to be some form of dog creature. Isn't this simply terrifying? We will keep an eye open for even more of these encounters. The next video was sent by Peptaro. The user tells me that we are looking at a CCTV recording, which was recorded one night after closing hours in a local pub. The place is located in a hundreds of years old building, and many customer reports have spoken of glasses being flicked off the table, sudden bursts of wind, and other strange occurrences that take place in there on a regular basis. So ghost stories are certainly nothing new. This night though, the security guard noticed that there seemed to be a bit more going on than just poltergeist activity. A dark shadow entity seems to be hovering behind the counter, possibly working the beer dispenser and giving out glasses in the afterlife. The owner suspects that it could be a former employee. Some people say that it might just be a bug or something. But this seems unlikely, the owner states. Who can say?